Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a new market update. And today we're going to discuss Bitcoin with you. We're going to discuss Ethereum and a little of those altcoins, as we can see that Bitcoin is consolidating while altcoins are heavily sold off in their Bitcoin pairs. Is it once again time for a Bitcoin run alone, or is it just a few altcoins that were due for corrections that's currently happening, as some other altcoins, especially smaller ones, are not crashing at all? So let's discuss Bitcoin first, but before we're going to continue, do not forget to subscribe and also like this update if you enjoy the content. Let's get to the chart, in which we can see that Bitcoin made a fake out to the bottom, right? So if we erase everything, we can see, and we have been discussing this over and over again, we have to see a fake out to the other side to see a reaction to the upper bound of the range construction. So if you zoom out, you can see that we've tried to break above 60k. We failed to flip that level for support, through which it's a fake out, and then usually you will get a run to the other side of the range before the trend starts to continue. So what I mean by that is that we failed to break to the upside, and then we got towards the bottom of the range construction, which is this entire area, after which the trend reversed. So in this case, what we can see on the lower time frame on the recent price action is that we've had a fake out to the downside, but we failed to break further down. So we failed to flip this level for resistance, through which we are back into a range construction and are eager to test the upper bound of the resistance of the range, which is between 39 to 41. And in that case, most likely what we're going to have as a period here is that we're going to have such a breakout to the upside, meaning that we most likely have reversed, as we've had this test to the downside and we've avoided any further downwards momentum. So in that perspective, what is most likely going to happen with Bitcoin right now? Well, we've got this resistance at 37.5, which is critical. We couldn't break through it yet. This entire block that we have is the recent lower high. You could say that we're still making lower highs, and therefore we are eager to make or look for another higher low to be made. And if we are making such a higher low, that is granting us continuation to the upside, in which we can continue making this scenario play out here, and then we can start targeting 46 to 49, as there is still an open CME gap and we still have the 21-week MA resting there. So right now we rejected at the resistance. We're just range bound stuck right there. If 36 is going to be lost, I'm going to target the area around 34, and then we have to see. If we do break 37.5, the range high, which is found between 39.3 to 41, is literally the crucial area that we have to break through. And I think that once we break through it, we're going to have a short squeeze, and that we might be running towards 46 to 49 in a very fast pace. Now, if we look at Ethereum against Bitcoin, and I'll just use it like this, we can see that we've got some very important support levels, right? We've got one that we are resting on right now, which is quite critical to hold. If that is not going to grant us support, the next area of support is around 0.06 Bitcoin. But if that is lost, we've got this one, which is probably one of the best entry points you could get on Ethereum. Now the resistance is, or the fact is that we have said, okay, we're going to have resistance here, in which we're going to have some more sideways action before we start to continue moving. Especially given the fact that once Bitcoin is going to break above 40k, the likelihood of a short squeeze and alts getting crushed in their Bitcoin pairs are significant. So for now, you'd want to see what the price action is going to do on any of these support zones and how strong the bounce is going to be. If we are going to have a very weak bounce towards this resistance area on Ethereum, and we are going to make another lower high, it seems very likely that we're going to have such a structure here, in which in this period Bitcoin is going to run upwards significantly, and when Bitcoin is finished its run, that's the moment where altcoins are going to follow suit at a later stage, or especially in this case Ethereum. If we look at Ethereum against USDT, we can see that we've got a crucial area of support that we're still holding. Preferably you want to see it bounce back from here, so especially if Bitcoin is going to consolidate and Ethereum holds this level here, you want to see strength on Ethereum Bitcoin, making this one bounce back up, and that would avoid such a corrective move on the Bitcoin pair as I just said. and this would initiate a bounce on the Bitcoin pairs in general, as the critical levels are holding here just like we have been doing on the entire run up. So if this area is lost, I'm going to look at 17 to 19, but if we're holding 23 between 24, I think a retest of the area around 29 is around the corner. However, in that case, you want to see the Bitcoin pair showing strength. So you don't want to see Ethereum against USDT getting there because Bitcoin is actually running. You want to see it getting there based on the Bitcoin pair bouncing back strongly, meaning that the strength is still there in the altcoins. So that is something that you want to watch. The exact same figure can be said about Cardano at this stage, which is also approaching support levels. So we've got this entire region here, but if we look at the support in general, we can find one in the area that we have here. You preferably want to see Cardano hold this entire range, especially given that we've had a similar construction previously before we started to continue moving. So you don't want to see ADA break beneath this entire construction. If that is going to happen, then I'm targeting 2900 sats as the next obvious entry point. And then when you look at the USDT pair, you can see that the crucial area of support is also holding up here. If that is lost, the entire structure of higher highs, higher lows is being lost in general here, meaning that I'll be looking at the $1 area in general for Cardano at this stage. But if we do hold here, you want to see the Bitcoin pair bouncing back strongly, as then we can start targeting the resistance, and then we might be starting to target new highs as well. So right now it's very much focused on what are the Bitcoin pairs going to do when Bitcoin consolidates, and when is Bitcoin going to make that higher low and the breakout. So I hope you have enjoyed this small update. I'll see you again in the next one tomorrow, and have a wonderful day.